Hi, I'm Troy Patterson. I write the Gentleman Scholar column at Slate. The column is kind of secular humanist in its outlook, but pagan in its pleasures. And with Easter and Passover on the way, I figured it would be a fine time to sharpen my meat skills, carving, butchering, and so forth. I'm here in Brooklyn at a butcher shop called Fleischer's, and the head butcher, Paul Nessel, is going to give us some food for thought. What knives are most essential?
A small 4 or 5 inch boning knife, a classic 8-inch British style butcher's knife. This is the knife I go to every day. 8-inch straight breaking knife. This is going to be a great knife for trimming a 12-inch scimitar. This is for slicing steaks as well as some of that finer trimming.
Here we have a nice brisket, is a thing I think is fun to say, but I'm not really sure that I know what a brisket is. What is a brisket?
Brisket is the pectoral muscle of the beef steer. It's probably the only thing in the world that Jews, Texans, and Irishmen can agree on, that brisket is like the greatest thing going. Fatty or lean is personal preference. I think a little bit of fat is great. So we want to trim that off to about 1/4 of an inch. Okay. So I like to let the meat shine through a little bit through the fat here. I'll cut this in half. Typically, you'll find them in the store separated into first and second cut. So this would be a typical braise, 5-6 hours, partially submerged in liquid, red wine, classic mirepoix with onions, carrots, celery.
Got it. And then when the thing is cooked and then rested, how do I want to carve it up at the table?
So after it's cooked, you would slice against the grain on a little bit of a bias, and then serve.
Right, and why is that important?
It's very important because if you cut with the grain, you would just get these long individual strands that you would be very chewy. If you cut against it, those fibers aren't really even being connected anymore because of the cooking process breaking that down.
Got it.
So they'll pull apart.
Right, and this is like a truth universally acknowledged. There's no contrarian school of.
No, you slice against the grain. Okay. There's 1,000 ways to cook it, but everybody kind of agrees that you're gonna slice it. You slice against the grain. Okay. That goes with any meat.